I will always hide little things here and there, and it's always fun online to see people. Hey, did you hear this theme and that? Because that was weird. They pick it up, and then you find out who the true fans are.
I'm a very big fan.
Well, thank you.
Congrats on this movie. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, great.
You've done Pixar before. You've done Star Wars before. Shout out to the Rogue One score. And this feels like a blending of the two. How do you feel like you approach something like this?
Oh, this was totally a blending of all the space opera movies and TV shows that I loved growing up. It's Star Trek, it's Star Wars, it's Aliens, it's everything. It's all of those things mashed together in a great little love letter ball to the universe of all the things that inspired me growing up. So in that sense, it was so much fun to be able to just dive into that world and to have characters as solid as these in a film between Buzz and Izzy and Zurg and Socks and all of those things, to be able to play in that world. It's the best. I love Toy Story. Toy Story is amazing. And this is a corner of the universe that we were able to kind of go into and still do anything we wanted to do. We weren't tied to anything from the past. This was all new, this world. So that was really one of the most fun aspects, that and working with friends who are as deeply geeky about all of the sci-fi stuff that I am. And that I was, and that I loved growing up. So it was just like playing with your friends. It was fun.
Speaking of deeply geeky, do you do Easter eggs in your scores? Is there anything in Lightyear that we could listen up for? Well,
in Lightyear, there is one sort of light reference to the old Star Trek series. And it sort of happens in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So you can kind of look for that. It's subtle, but it's there. But I will always hide little things here and there, and it's always fun online to see people. Hey, did you hear this theme and that? Because that was weird. They pick it up, and then you find out who the true fans are, the ones who actually can identify these little things that you kind of put in there. You're like, no one's ever going to even notice this thing, and then next thing you know, someone's like, hey, wait a minute. So people listen. They do listen.
Do you have a favorite of all time Easter egg that fans have really gravitated towards?
There was a fun one on Lost, that when there was an episode, they're dealing with this submarine, and there was a motif that in an old video game I did called Medal of Honor, that there was a submarine in there, and it had its own motif and its own theme. And I sort of kind of hinted at that in Lost, and then I thought no one will ever notice it. And then the next day after it aired online, a bunch of people were like, did you hear that thing? It sounded like the thing from Medal of Honor. And I was like, okay. And at some point you put it out there, it's for fun. Let's just see if they notice. And they do. And it's but there's always a reason for the connections. If I do that, there's always a thematic reason for it. It's never just because, there's always a reason behind it.
One thing I noticed that I don't know if I've ever seen before, maybe I just haven't noticed it, is having the full orchestra in the credits of the movie. I thought that was really cool. Do you know what went into that? Is that something that I've never seen that.
It's just the decision that has to be made. Someone just has to say, yes, let's do it. And then we can do it, and we have done it a couple of times over the years, not many, far, far less than we actually have done it. But I'm very proud of that, because when you think about the musicians on these scores, these musicians have trained their entire lives to be as good as they are, for you to be able to just throw any music you want at them and for them to be able to play it perfectly, without any problem. And that's an intense, amount of work it takes to be able to get that good at what you do. So the fact that their names are usually not up there, it's a crime to me. And since music adds such it's such a powerful part of what makes movies work, both sound in general and music, and for them to be excluded has always made me sad. So when we're able to do it, I love it. It's great.
I thought that was really cool. And also I was at the premiere, and I think that moment got the biggest cheers from the audience. People were like, "Oh, hell yeah!"
Well, it was probably because I had invited a bunch of them there, so there was people there. So it means a lot to them to be able to see. Usually they're nameless. Usually.
That's really cool. Yeah. I also wanted to ask you, you're directing Marvel's upcoming Halloween special, which is really soon and we really don't know much about it. Is there any updates you can give us?
We kept it pretty secret. But
Just like looking off to the sides, like
we're working hard on it. We're still in the middle of it, and you'll learn a lot more very soon, is what I can say.
All right.
Been fun though. I've been having fun. So.
And you've seen all of Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm assuming. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Yes. For many, many times I've had to watch it. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. I wish I had a million more minutes to talk to you. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
You too. Take care.